For the record, feminism, by definition, is the belief that men and women should have equal rights and opportunities. It is the theory of the political, economic, and social equality of the sexes. When I was 8, I was confused at being called bossy because I wanted to direct the plays that we would put on for our parents. But the boys were not.
Women have come a long way since the 19th century. Or have they? Although women can now participate in politics in the workplace, they're not viewed as equals in these areas. Women in the 21st century are still paid less than their male counterparts and are expected to look a particular way despite whatever their accomplishments are. Women in leadership positions are often less respected and seen as either incompetent or bossy, where men in the same situation are often seen as strong leaders. Despite all of the achievements of women in today's workplace, there are still many institutional and individual inequalities present. Today, women make up roughly half the workplace. The average full-time weekly wage for a woman is 18.2% less than a man's. In 2015, full-time working females made 80 cents for every dollar earned by men. April 3, 2017 was #Equal Pay Day, a symbolic day for advocates in the U.S. to show support for women in the workforce and draw attention to the gender pay gap. It's going to take until 2059 for women to reach pay equity. The true woman represents piety, purity, domesticity, and submissiveness. This term was used to describe women's values in the 19th century, but women are still held up to these standards today. In the yellow wallpaper, the narrator is unable to live up to the expectations of the true woman due to her mental state, but is still submissive to her husband. However, the housekeeper Jenny embodies the true woman, which makes the narrator feel inadequate, contributing to her increase in insanity. The narrator expresses her desire to work, as she feels that work will help her in recovery so she can go back to her domestic duties and motherhood, but her husband prevents her from doing so, which was typical during this time period. Women have come a long way, but despite the powerful positions they can now have, they are still expected to come home and work a second shift of being a perfect wife and mother. The wage gap represents the continuance of male dominance and traditional roles for women. The feminist movement throughout the years goes to show that women may have gained many rights, but they are still fighting to gain respect.